And now comes the time with the customer when you're ready to close the deal. This is the most difficult and the most critical phase, isn't it? When you're sitting across the table and you're ready to sign on the document, yet there are some ifs and buts that are yet not getting closed. Now, if at that moment there's nothing else you can do, but if you could tell a powerful story to kind of break the ice and change the environment, wow, you could crack the deal. And that's exactly the kind of example we have for you here.
I've been working on this deal for the last 4 months. We were right at the close of the negotiation, sitting in the boardroom, when suddenly the head of procurement stood up and said that he didn't feel comfortable about the deal because of a deal that he had had 3 years before, which went bad. I sat there on the edge of my seat, not knowing what to do. There was no reason or logic that I could use to appeal to him and change his mind. So I stepped out for 5 minutes to clear my head, and then it struck me. I needed to tell them a story about letting go and moving forward in order for them to let go of this bad deal from 3 years back and move on. So I shared with them the monk and the woman's story. The story did wonders. They decided to go ahead and bury the past and move forward and sign the deal. You want to hear the story? Here it is. There were 2 monks walking along, one older one and one younger one. They came upon a river with a fast current, and a young woman was sitting there by herself. She asked the monks, could they help her cross the river? Without a word, despite his sacred vow not to touch another woman, the older monk picks up the woman, crosses the river, and sets her down on the other side. The younger monk joins him across the river, but is aghast at how he could break his vow, but says nothing. 1 hour passes, 2 hours pass, 3 hours pass, and he's getting agitated. And finally he bursts out and says to the older monk, why did you carry that woman across the river and break our sacred vow? The older monk says, I set her down hours ago next to the river. Why are you still carrying her? The story is a reminder not to dwell on the past when it interferes with the present.